Update. We got closure to this entire WWE Elimination Chamber Trivium X Bullet Matt Tuck Matt Heafy Battle of the Mets. Calm down, I'm bugging. To recap the drama, the bassist of Trivium went on TikTok live and said, "Hey, we were supposed to do a world tour, but Bullet from My Valentine dropped. They were supposed to hit South America, you know, all them Brazilians crying right now, New Zealand, Australia, and Japan, after already hitting North America and Europe. So it was like planned to be an entire world tour. After the TikTok live stream, which can't be found, I don't know where to find that shit, people basically find out, okay, there was supposed to be a world tour, but specifically Matt Tuck didn't want to do it anymore. But why? Trivium doesn't even know why. In fact, Trivium stated that they were dropping the tour completely and weren't gonna finish the rest of the tour, which they had like about a week left. I don't think he exactly said it. I don't know. I didn't watch the stream, but I can confirm he implied that. Trivia then posted TikTok kind of poking fun at the whole thing, which is now deleted, but it basically said, when you go live for the first time on TikTok and you piss off your band you're touring with, and it had a thumbs up. As a result, press got a hold of it, and including me. Am I press? I don't know if I'm press or not. Who cares? I'm a tiny little channel. No one cares what I gotta say. What am I? You tell me what I is. But I got a hold of that bitch too. And all of us did headlines. Trivium versus Bullet from My Valentine beef. Oh, who's gonna win? And then the whole thing, all the news just spread like wildfire. And because it was streamed and Trivium probably knew that it was never gonna see the light of day again, maybe, I think that the bassist was just like talking and didn't expect it to go anywhere, but it did. And then after, I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to poke fun at the whole thing, but hey, I digress. Anyway, people are already not a big fan of Matt Tuck, all right? The vocalist of Bullet, and this is on his resume of reasons why to hate him for his haters. Me, I don't give a shit about the guy. I don't care. Do what you want. Do I think he's a dickhead? Yeah, but I can care less. Like, I don't think it would stop me from going to a show. Not that I would ever want to see them anyway. I'm not a big Bullet guy, but anyway, whatever. I'm on a tangent. Shut up, Vizzy. But the internet decides to dogpile on Bullet because they look like dickheads for dropping on this world tour that wasn't officially announced. But as time goes by, things do get worse because Bullet didn't say a thing about it. The closest thing they said was an Instagram post like promoting the final week of tour, which was good because it confirmed like they're still finishing the tour. But the post was like, hey, we have a few dates left, pull up. And that pretty much, you know, it debunked what the bassist of Trivium, I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I should have looked it up. But it debunks what he implied, which was they're dropping completely. But that didn't stop the Instagram comments from being tight. Because again, they didn't mention anything about dropping off this world tour. And the whole thing just got really messy, okay? People were very upset at Bullet and commenting like, Trivium is the better band. Oh, you guys are so mean for not coming to our country. But today, we got closure to the entire thing. We got the bow tie wrapped on the whole situation, and things got cleaned up, but aren't looking pretty still. Like, things are still a little ugly. Now, Matt Heafy, the vocalist of Trivium, came out and made this statement. It's about 5 minutes long, but I'm gonna give you the TLDR. TLDR is, fellas, I'm grateful. I love my team. I love the Bullet team. Everyone around me is super nice. There's no bad blood. The press is making it much worse than what it seems to be. Things change, people drop, there's no beef. Trivium is still hitting every corner of the world at some point, so be patient with us. We're gonna do that. And that's basically what he said in a nutshell. That's the whole thing. Now, the tone from this video I'm getting, you can tell he is genuinely grateful. He mentions he was a big fan of Bullet since he was 18 and still to this day. And you can really see that this man is living his dream and he's not taking shit for granted. But I do get the vibe that he realizes things got taken way too far. He's basically doing damage control here. And like I mentioned in the last video on this, I don't think the world tour was ever officially announced. The only reason why people knew it existed was because of this live stream. I'm pretty sure. But then again, there was like this Mexican Instagram page that it was like a promotions thing, but they announced, yeah, Bullet for My Valentine drop, show is canceled. I don't know. Maybe it was like a soft what do you call it, like a soft announcement? I don't know, but overall not many people would know about this if Trivium would have never done that live stream. So hey, it kind of made things messy, and I don't think they meant for this to become this messy. I don't think they meant for this to become scene news, and I don't think there was intentions for them to have all these crosshairs aimed towards Bullet. I feel like I can't talk today. What's up with me? What's going on? What do I need to drink right now? So I'm sure they feel bad, okay? Especially because if it was a live stream, they were probably like, oh man, it may never see the light of day. It did. People spoke. Now, Bullet makes a statement on Instagram, okay? And it's pretty lengthy, so I'm also going to give you a TLDR on this, because clearly they're saying a whole lot while saying nothing at all. It's crazy. They're basically saying, thanks for coming out to the shows. We're thankful this tour existed. We respect and admire Trivium. And we're going to start focusing on our new album now. They also mentioned that they have a full month of festivals in June, just filled to the brim with festivals they're playing. And they too are planning to hit every corner of the world, but that's not going to be until 2026 and 2027, which is crazy in advance. Like, that's pretty huge. They're planning tours that far in advance. Kind of makes you think maybe they planned this world tour too in advance. I don't know. That's what I'd assume if they're planning shit in 2027 when we're in the middle of 2025, but I don't know. Now, they didn't forget to mention something, and that something is the four of us wanted to make this decision of finishing the album before touring. Okay, they did not forget to mention it was a mutual decision from the entire band. And the reason for that is because people are saying Matt Tucker is or he's basically like the one pulling the puppet strings. Sorry, Matt Tuck, not Matt Tucker. But anyway, they did forget to mention something though. The one thing they forgot to mention was the actual controversy, which is dropping the already planned world tour. They forgot to mention that, but they didn't forget to mention the four of us made this decision. And the comments are absolutely taking a diarrhea dump on them. And on not only that statement, but the thing they posted yesterday too, people are not happy. People are saying, fuck you guys, you should have came to Brazil. Trivium is the better band. Blah. And it's kind of like, hey, don't fuck with them Brazilians, let me tell you. Now, I have a take. I have a very lukewarm take, which is both bands are in the wrong here. Okay, and the reason I say that is because one, Trivium, all right, they should have never made any of this public, and clearly they regret it by retracting that TikTok and just doing that damage control like that. They should have kept that information behind closed doors, because all it really did was cause this huge scene. All right, it caused a massive wave of hate towards Bullet. It feels like WWE and Bullet for My Valentine, they're like the bad guy in the WWE. Everyone's like, boo, boo. They're still popular. People love them, but boo, the bad guys at the scene, boo. But I do understand if the band was frustrated, right? Because think about it. If you are Trivium already, like they do great shows, all right? Like they always do good on their tours, but I'd imagine not as good as this run, because not only is it Trivium and Bullet, but they're both playing iconic albums from front to back. Like this is a massive tour, and then you toss in August Burns Red in that bitch. Oh, I'm sure they're having a great time. I'm sure they're making a lot of money. And if they're like, okay, the States and Europe did great, I can't wait to hit South America, Asia, New Zealand, and Australia. We're gonna make a lot of money. I don't mean to make it sound like that's what this is all about, money, but I'd imagine that is a part of the frustration, right? Because they're killing it, they're selling out shows, and now they probably won't. Like, I'm sure the shows will do fine. I'm sure they'll do great, but this is no longer an iconic lineup and an iconic event. And on top of that, they probably have to find a band to fill that slot. So I'm sure it's annoying and frustrating. I get it, but it's still, they should have probably not made things public. Now, Bullet is obviously in the wrong too, because one, if you know you're planning to drop a record, right? If you know you want to work on a record this year, why are you booking these tours, right? And maybe they just want this extra time to work on, maybe things happened. Okay, maybe the album isn't going according to plan, so they have to drop. I get it, but you can't promise someone something and then not do it. That's not nice. You're being mean right now. Think about the Brazilians. And on top of that, I do think that the statement was pretty lackluster. Okay, they didn't mention anything because they're afraid of the backlash. They're afraid to make it bigger than it already is. But I'm gonna be real with you. If you actually mentioned, hey, we were wrong for this, or if you mentioned, like, hey, this was planned and we had to drop because of X, Y, and Z, people would have respected you way more. Everything is wrapped up, okay? Chapter is closed, but a new chapter is opening. And that is Born of Osiris and Dance Gavin Dance coming together to start a new band. Click right there to watch that video.